My name is Emily Carter, and I never imagined the day would come when I'd begin doubting the man I swore my life to. But what I saw that evening, it broke something in me. I had been married to Daniel Carter for 8 years. He was charming, smart, and responsible. The kind of man you'd proudly introduce to your parents. Everyone admired our relationship. Friends called us the perfect couple. But I've come to learn that appearances lie. Our lives looked like a Pinterest board. I taught 3rd grade at a local elementary school, and Daniel worked as an architect at a well-known firm in Chicago. We had a cozy house in the suburbs, 2 golden retrievers named Max and Bella, and a little garden I spent my weekends tending. But the truth started to shift when I noticed how distant Daniel had become. It started with the small things. He stopped texting me during the day. His hugs lasted a second shorter. His eyes, once soft and searching, now darted past me like I was just part of the furniture. "Just work stress," he said, brushing it off. And I believed him. Why wouldn't I? One Friday evening, I came home early from a teacher's conference. I had told Daniel I'd be home around 6, but it wrapped up early. I remember picking up his favorite Thai takeout on the way home, excited to surprise him. I was smiling as I pulled into the driveway, thinking how happy he'd be. The house was unusually quiet when I stepped inside. Max and Bella didn't even bark. Odd. "Daniel." I called out, but there was no response. I walked upstairs and passed by the guest room, its door slightly ajar. And then I heard it. A soft laugh. Not Daniel's. A woman's voice. I paused. I told myself it could be a coworker, a neighbor maybe. But something deep inside me froze. I tiptoed closer and peeked through the small gap. There he was. Daniel. Sitting on the edge of the guest bed. And beside him, a woman I had never seen before. Young. Maybe mid-20s. Her hand on his thigh, his face dangerously close to hers. My heart slammed against my chest. He hadn't kissed her yet. But everything about their body language screamed intimacy. She touched his face like she'd done it before. He didn't stop her. And then I saw it, his wedding ring, still on, gleaming in the light. A symbol of the promise he was seconds away from breaking. I stepped back. My knees shook. I didn't know whether to cry, scream, or walk away and pretend I hadn't seen it. But I wasn't the same naive girl anymore. I walked straight into the room. The look on Daniel's face was priceless. Shock. Guilt. Fear. "Emily," he gasped, leaping to his feet. The woman turned pale. "Oh my God," she whispered, grabbing her purse. "I'm his wife," I said quietly, looking directly at her. In case he forgot to mention. She ran past me, nearly tripping on her heels, and disappeared down the stairs. And then it was just the two of us. Silence. He tried to speak, but I raised my hand. "Don't. Not now." I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I walked to our bedroom, shut the door and locked it. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, listening to the sound of Daniel pacing outside the door, trying to explain through the barrier. He kept saying it wasn't what it looked like. But I knew what I saw. The next few days passed in a blur. We avoided each other in the house. He sent messages begging to talk, to explain, to confess. But I wasn't ready. Finally, I agreed to sit down with him at the kitchen table. He looked tired. Defeated. "I need you to be honest," I said calmly. "No more excuses. Just the truth." He nodded. "Her name is Haley. She's a new intern at the firm. It started 2 months ago. We didn't. Nothing happened physically, but emotionally. I crossed the line." "Why?" He looked away. "I don't know. I guess I felt lost. Unappreciated. Like I was just part of a routine. With her I felt seen." "And what about me, Daniel?" I asked, my voice shaking. "Did I stop seeing you? Did I stop caring?" "No," he said quickly. "You didn't. This is on me. All of it." His words weren't enough. Not now. That night, I packed a bag and left to stay with my sister Rachel in the city. I needed space to breathe, to think, to figure out whether our love could survive this betrayal. Rachel welcomed me with open arms. She listened without judgment, held me when I finally broke down and cried, and reminded me I didn't need to make any decisions right away. In the following weeks, Daniel sent letters. Real handwritten ones. Each one confessing more. Admitting his fears, his regrets, his shame. He started therapy. Alone. He didn't ask me to forgive him. He just asked me to heal at my own pace. Part of me wanted to rip every letter in half. But another part remembered the man I had loved for a decade. Could a marriage survive emotional infidelity? I didn't know. But I agreed to go to couples therapy with him. The sessions were hard. Painful. We fought. We cried. We unraveled every thread of our story. How we got to the point where another woman's attention felt more real than my love. We rebuilt. Slowly. Piece by piece. It wasn't about forgiving instantly. It was about understanding. About deciding whether trust could be rebuilt, brick by brick. Months passed. And eventually, I moved back home. Not because everything was perfect again, but because we had both changed. We had both chosen to fight. One evening, as we sat on the back porch sipping coffee, Daniel looked at me and said, "I still don't deserve your love." I looked at him, really looked. "You're right," I whispered. "But you're trying to earn it. And that's worth something." Our marriage wasn't perfect. It never would be. But it was real. And what I saw him doing that day, it shocked me. It shattered me. But maybe it also saved us. Because now we no longer live behind appearances. We live with truth, with honesty, and with scars that remind us never to take love for granted again.